Welcome to another playoff edition of Pacers Crate. Conrad Brunner of Pacers.com here with producer Matt Cooper behind the camera. We will not share his nickname for the general public, although he has picked one up on this trip. Joined by our special guest, Brian Shaw. B. Shaw, you've been on this merry-go-round a few times, so you know that a 2-1 lead in the series is convincing as the Pacers have played to this point. Nothing can be assumed, nothing is safe, because Orlando now is a cornered cat.
That's right. You never count your chickens before they hatch, and they know that they have their back against the wall, so to speak. We're just concerned about Game 4, winning that game, not trying to win the series all in one game.
It's interesting to note that even though probably the most dynamic force in the series has been, the two post guys and playing off of those guys, if you look at the stats, the difference in the stats has been on the perimeter. I mean, the wing guys have really badly outscored Orlando's wing guys. So this has sort of been a total victory for the Pacers to this point.
Well, we play off of one another, and the fact that they have to pay so much attention to David West and Roy Hibbert inside is what opens it up for our perimeter guys. And so as they start to knock down shots like they did in last night's game, it'll start to open it back up for those guys on the inside, and they hopefully will get some one-on-one coverage and be able to go to work inside.
Now, you spent some time down here. Obviously, we have many memories of B. Shaw playing for Orlando against the Pacers in the playoffs. Do you have any surreal moments when you're on this bench in obviously not the same arena, but same town?
Well, the playoff battle in the '95 playoffs against the Pacers sticks out in my mind.
I thought it would.
In particular, Game 6, we had a player coach in Tree Rollins who was on the Orlando Magic team, and the end of the game kind of went down to the wire. I think I hit a three, and Reggie Miller came down, hit a three. Then Penny Hardaway hit a three, put us up, I think, a point, and we went into the huddle, and Shaq had fouled out of the game. The coaches said, stay down, just play solid defense. And Tree Rollins, who was our player coach, was put in the game to guard Rick Smits and kind of went for an up and under.
And the same coach who was part of the staff telling everybody to stay down.
Yeah, and so, he went for a pump fake on Rick Smits, and Rick stepped inside of him and hit the shot and forced a Game 7. So I do remember that very vividly, having to go back to Orlando and play Game 7.
Yeah, we were all surprised the play was for Rick there. There was somebody else on that Pacer team who typically got those shots. I'm trying to recall. I can't remember. So here we go. We're moving forward. You look at Game 4. Obviously, you guys have sort of made your statement defensively that if Glenn Davis wants to take 15, 20 shots from the wing, okay, we're going to stay home. Roy's going to protect the rim, going to, stay home on the pick and rolls and deny them the three-point opportunities. If you're putting yourself in Stan Van Gundy's shoes, what counter, not that you want to tell him what to do, but he's going to come up with something. So as you move forward in this chess match, what do you sort of expect next?
Well, one of the things, it's a tough nut to crack because we have size, we have speed, we have shooters, we have inside post play. We can play any style of basketball, and so for them, he's tried to go small, at the end of games to try to generate more offense. One of the areas I would think would be to try to create some offense in early fast break opportunities. We've greatly beaten them in that area in terms of fast break points. But, if we're making shots and getting the ball inside and they're having to take it out of the net, it's not going to allow for them to get out and get any fast breaks. So I'm just glad that I'm on this side of it and, working from the angle that I'm working from.
40-2 on the break in the last two games. That's just an astonishing number when you look at him. You almost never see that kind of disparity in the playoffs. When you paint, fast break, points off turnovers, rebound differential, free throw differential, you guys have won almost every category. So I would guess that even though probably Game 1, last 4 minutes, not happy. Game 2, good moments. Game 3, pretty complete. And it's really all boiled down to the third quarter. So let's just address this last. What are you guys as coaches doing in there at halftime that flips the switch? The players just talk about, we look at film, they tell us what to do, we go do it. Is it as simple as that?
Well, the credit goes to them. They come out and they play hard and with a lot of energy starting the second half. But I think it's just a matter of adjustments. You know, you go through the first half, you kind of feel them out and see what they're doing. We get a chance to look at how they're coming to double team and how they're flooding the paint on our penetration, and then you know, we see what they're doing and we say, okay, this is how we're going to attack, and we come out and we do it. And you know, like I said, when you have size, speed, shooting ability, post-up ability like we have, you know, we can kind of go search out and find whichever one of those categories is working best for us, and then go ahead and go full speed at it.
Bishaw, thank you very much for your time. Our Crate staff had to raid the film session today to get Brian to join us. Players are off today. There's not supposed to be media availability, but you know, Crate's not really media. We're not sure what it is. We'll get another one tomorrow, hopefully with another special guest. We'll raid practice or whatever we have to do. Whatever we have to do to get a guest, we will get it. So be sure to check back with us tomorrow for another playoff edition of Pacers Crate.